Yo, what's up guys, it's Gaster, and I'm going to be showing you my 2-1 FFPG setups for both Sextuple and Septuple Framerule save. Septuple being TAS Framerule, by the way, so that's kind of the end. First we'll look at Sextuple. It's kind of just normal for now, like hold R plus B, go through level. Literally nothing to say here, although here, there's something to say. Lose a subpixel. I released right, but you could do like a frame of D plus R. Doesn't matter. Here you have to land first pixel. Like if I release this A, you just don't even land, so this is first pixel. Hold D plus R and jump on frame 61, it says here, although it will go to like 65 or 63 depending on when you kill the plant. So the way to tell is you look at the your subpixels, make sure I don't have it enabled, so I'm just using a low script, but like here it says FAO and that's what you want. I think if you land second pixel, you'll get FEO, that's not what we want, so you want to land first pixel and get FAO after the D plus R. Now for the actual clip here, oh yeah, small detail, I'll show after the clip. You fall down here and jump through. There's a way to there's this Goomba here, right here. You actually bop it if you don't do this. You have to kill this Goomba to prevent that. Like let's say I don't kill that Goomba. You actually bop him and then you have to like it's a tight window to even like jump here. I mean you can, like you see I was running speed, but like just a little bit earlier and then walking speed. So yeah. Just you wanna kill this guy and then you are good. It's not a tight window. I think it's around, it's close to after you jump. So just like that. And for the actual clip, you want to press left pretty late actually. You see, even in this frame, you're not, but this way I'm not even holding left. You want to do it pretty late because if you do it like early, like let's say you do it early, I mean, it's just going to be slower. But the reason you don't want to do it early when you're trying to get a consistent setup is because if you do it early, you'll do it before you're clipped in, so you'll start slowing down, and that'll be affected by sub speed, and well, that's just not going to be consistent, huh? Especially after this D plus R, there's not really a way to. It's like unless you want to do some weird right release where you like do it like mid-air, but you know that's just not good. So the left press is like around here. You hold left and you do perfect Excel input, so L nothing R plus A. And then obviously I showed earlier, you go down and just go through and full jump on frame 91. For the actual koopa clip here, you pretty much just like press left for a frame. I don't know why you can't hold it exactly. I don't know the reason, but as you can see, you just don't even clip in. You press left for a frame after full jump on frame 91, by the way. You press left for a frame, you start clipping in. You can start holding left pretty soon after. Like there's only 2 frames and it still works perfectly fine. But yeah, that's unrealistic. Just like do like it's a big way. You could even like not do it for a while. Although obviously you're gonna want to hold it because you know you're not gonna do frame perfect jumps. I wish I would, and you would. The way to clip in here is you kind of just like spam A. Like it's on like 4-2 Blaze It where you just you have a rhythm for it. I mean maybe you can make one, but in my personal experience in like Nipsky for example, because like he was the first person to get this rule, and so far the only. He also kind of just spammed to get in because the reason is like I'll just play this. We'll go through FFPG and if you speed it up. 7 frames of remainder with this kind of like just spammy clip. Obviously that was already kind of a pretty decent clip, but that was 7 frames to spare, so like you could do a way slower clip and you'll still save the frame rate as long as you get FFPG. So yeah, that's kind of just it. Now onto Septuple. My laptop sucks, my bad. Okay, spoilers, alright. So starting off, we just do a perfect Excel. That's just it. And go through the level again. Okay, now, like earlier, we also lose a subpixel. You know, both ways work. Nothing, frame of nothing, R plus D. Obviously, you have to shoot that Goomba because you were gonna also fall down here. And here you don't actually D plus R onto the pipe, so for sub speed you just want to release like when you jump. The reason here sub speed matters is because there's gonna be some saves that we can develop for here. Because you're gonna be doing this in an IL, so you might as well have saves. Now you can see the inputs. It's a little complex. So the left press is pretty much the same. Like you're about as deep, but you want to release left before you land. So it's a big window. You could do that even, and it works. Release left, and then the jump out. You have to do perfect excel inputs, but without a buffer. Now, actually, you can actually have a very tiny buffer of 1 frame, but that's not even a buffer. It's just an extra left. And make sure you do this on frame 147. I forgot to say you do the thing on frame 153 for Sextuple. Yeah, if you do that correctly, you get B3 instead of F7. Like no, and the other thing I also forgot to mention, you get E7 now. Here you have B3, and you're actually way too far. You get like I think it's like F3 or FBO, but that's way too far. So to get the subpixels correctly, you have to land on this pipe and fall into the koopa. Sorry, my bad. You can't just go straight onto the koopa because that's just gonna be inconsistent. And then you hold D plus R and just press A on frame 53 and full jump frame 83, and you will actually be set up. You'll be E70 again. And now before we get to the koopa clip, which there's not much to explain there anyway, I'll show you the saves. If you press left of frame earlier, it's the same thing. I mean, like it's E60 instead of E70, but it barely makes a difference. Now if you press left of frame earlier than that, 2 frames early, you get 08, and this is actually different. So if you just like do the same thing, you're gonna get E40, and it didn't even work. The clip didn't even work there. And let's say you press A frame earlier, EAO, you're just too far. So the way you actually do this, the way you get E7 or E6 or a good subpixel is use this nice kind of like, I don't know, geometry. This weird like thing where you see how you hit this brick block and then you get this weird like gravity, like this floaty thing. If you hit A frame earlier, you just go down, it's just normal, and if you hit A frame later, you don't even hit the brick block. So this is a frame perfect jump to get that, and conveniently enough, if you do a full jump there and you hold D plus R off the pipe, you can already see the 7, and that's right, E70, and it is in fact set up. Now for the actual koopa clip itself, I mean, there's not much to explain here. I guess for the it's kind of just the same thing. You do the 1 frame left press and then hold left, but here you have to do it much more. Yeah, you have to do it much more precise. So I wouldn't recommend spamming, although maybe that works for you. I don't exactly have a method because I'm not good at this game. I can't really get this clip, so I don't have a method to recommend. But here I show a 2 jump clip. Like more realistically, I get a 3 jump clip. So yeah, hold on, I'll just like show. It's gonna desync, so I'll just show this case real quick. You go back. This is the case you want, where you get B3 and then do that. Now with the optimal clip, like that was the optimal case where you get a 2 jump, and you get this FFPG. Optimally, you'll get RO3 or 3 frames to spare. So you have to get within that window of speed. Although actually no, wait. If you get, it's actually a 4 frame window to spare. It's 4 frames to spare in reality. The reason, it's not because like Pelson is wrong or anything. It's because funnily enough, if you're a frame, let's say you're R00, right? Like 3 frames slower than this. If you're a frame slower, well, that'd be R20, but the reason it's actually still R00 is because the IGT ticks down on the same frame, which means it's 1 frame less to count down all the time to 0. So it actually like equals out to R00 again, and so it's actually a 4 frame window. So that's a really weird like symmetry, but yeah. But so I mean, there's not really much to explain with the clip. You kind of just have to be really precise with it. So yeah, good luck to anyone that goes for this. I hope these setups like become useful or just get obsoleted. I'd like these setups are already pretty good. So these got better. I'd be happy to see that. So yeah, thanks for watching.